Good afternoon, everyone. T-Speaker 222 XRP Future Millionaire with the side bet on XLM and Future Digibyte OG. I want to thank each and every one of you for tuning in today. As you know, I'm not a financial advisor. Should you take my advice? The hell fucking no. Today you shouldn't. But should you take my technical analysis, which I refer to as next level technical analysis? Yes, you should, because I am right. I won't say 100% of the time, but I'm right 98% of the time, which in the long run will save you a shitload of money and get you in a great position. So it's my job to come on when we have patterns, and it looks like we're going to start this head formation now. And is this going to be a major kick up? Again, these are where those 50-50 shots come in. I didn't say it was a 50-50 shot to go from 111 to, 135 with a downside of 50 cents. It was at 111 yesterday, 116 while I was on my live stream, 113 all night. Even when I came on earlier, it was around this price. But it's because it was a low risk. Where at worst, you're down, 1%, 2%? But you should have, you could have sold it. Not should have, but you could have sold it. But if you're waiting for this pattern to play out as I am, this is where it gets interesting. Because this could be one of two things right now. This could be the elbow starting here, and then you come up on the shoulder, and then you got the head. But to me, that seems like more of an inversion just to take place of this first one, because this is telling you, hey, we're good at this level. There's an M. It's not a W, remember? So at this level, it's saying, hey, we're already solid here. So something tells me, this is with XLM. I never shot, I don't start out with XLM a lot, so I want to. So this tells me that we might be starting this little formation to get us back up to here one more time. I'm just saying, this might be the formation that we've been waiting for. And I can go to any of them. They're all going to start to see the same formation. But if I didn't know any better, I would say this is a very good indicator that this level is already solid. This isn't for anything more than this last bull run up that I keep telling you. And you guys have watched it form. So when people come in and act like I'm fucking making shit up or something, like, holy fuck, like, Jesus Christ. Before I go any farther, Liz, honestly, what an OG you are. There's a few people that I look forward to because you guys always comment. And I brought up a lot of names before, like Angie comes to mind all the time, Mike Hanchi, and, shit, what the fuck? Phil, what is it? Philly, you know who I'm talking about, Philly, but I can't, I told you I got so much stuff going through my brain. I got Styles, I think Michael Styles, and, there's so many people's names going through my head. That's why I don't like to keep going through it, but there's just like Dave, and Derek, and Mike. And then we got, I could keep going through my name. Hakarum. I got a lot of people from a lot of countries too, which makes me honored. But I could keep going through names that are, Dave, Carol, who's in there, who's donated. I remember that name. There's just so many names that I just remember, and every so often you hear me say names. Like you got, I think it's 9-6. You got Truth Be Told Ministries. God bless you. That's one that I always look forward to hearing from you guys, because like when I see Truth Be Told Ministries, it makes me remember my faith. Whether that's your intention or not, you for whatever reason, just having you in my community, it helps me feel my faith. And I don't know what the reason is, but whenever I see your name, I get that ping from God, or my higher power. So, Truth Be Told Ministries, you have a place in this community for me, even if you don't realize it, more than an OG. Like, literally, when I see you in here, I'm like, whew, that's my higher power. That's telling me I'm in the right. When I see you in this room, I'm like, hey, I'm in the right place, kind of thing. So let's get off of my babbling. So, I think we're forming something of a extended version here, and this is because we're running out of chances. It's going to keep building. See how we're ascending just a little bit? Oh, that's a terrible drawing, but Jesus Christ. But we're ascending just a tiny bit because we're building this last part of the bull trap. It's just how it goes. And eventually, you know, we're going to meet somewhere, and then it's going to pop over, and then it's just going to stop around right here because this, you know, is ultimate resistance right now, even though it was ultimate support. But now that we flip, now we would have to flip that over. And the only way, like I keep saying, to invert this pattern to finish the bottom part, you know, is we have to re-invert up at the top where this pattern started. And we already know where the pattern started. We've discussed this many times on here. Now you guys should know. We've got to re-invert back at the top up here. So it's either going to be, like I said, 130, or are we going to use this ultimate top point, which I don't think we are. I don't. That's why I say over 130 is risky. When it gets to like 128, I'd probably start selling it just in case. But there's a chance it could go as high as 138 because you had the top right there. You know, where east meets west. That's what I'm saying. East met west right there, which said it's done. It ain't going no higher than that, even on the way back up. And that was a true east meets west, because then you had the absolute collapse. And then you've got to come back there one time, though. That's the thing. We've got to either come back and get rid of some of this. In order to re-invert this pattern. Because now when we went back to the bottom, when we inverted, we went back bullish. That's what I'm saying. It's a fake bull run. When we went down, we technically pulled off pattern, re-inverted, and now we're coming back up from 92 cents. Now we're bullish during this whole way back up. But when we get to the top, we're going to re-invert before anybody realizes it, and they're going to just say, oh, we're already up, you know, from 93 cents to $1.30. Now we're at $1.22. It's normal correction, normal correction. But then by the time they get to $1, like, fuck, it was a bull trap. Right now, they're making fun of me, but I'm not no rookie. I've seen this time and time and time again, especially with XRP. I may not have been invested in it years ago, but I've been watching it for years. And guys, the fourth one in our pile, we have XRP, we have XLM, we have DGB, and I know we're going to have Dogecoin when it goes down to the bottom for like 10% of our portfolio, but that ain't part of the big plan. That's still a shitcoin to me. The fourth one is write it down, XEM. You heard it correctly, XEM. I have a 4-step plan, but XEM is not available in my country, period. So I'm not using a VPN because I believe if you're going to get something, if you hide it from the government, old daddy government's going to come back and fuck you twice as hard, front and back. And if you're a guy, we ain't got a front, so he's going to pound you in pretty deep, and it's going to be painful. So I'm just telling you how it is. I stay away from VPNs for a reason. But yeah. And the other thing is in this video, my plan that I keep telling you guys about, I'm going to end this because I want to keep it 10 minutes or shorter on this one because my fiance is about to leave. She's got to go deal with funeral stuff. But we're going to be buying in on all of these. XRP, not with Doge, we're not doing this. I'm only buying Doge at the very bottom. I'm not buying it on the way down because that's not a long-term project. Right at the very bottom. And if the power goes out, the power goes out. I don't give a fuck. But with the other three, because XEM I can't buy, and it's at 27 cents right now. It's got room to go way down, so it's fine. You don't even need to look it up right now. But with XRP, we start buying. I'm being dead serious. Oh, why would we start buying at this price? Once we get below that 89 cents and we hit around the 85, 80 cent, I'm going to start buying. I'm going to buy 1,000 at a time. So when it's at 80 cents, I'm buying 1,000. Then when it gets to 70 cents, I'm buying another 1,000. When it gets to 60 cents, I'm buying another 1,000. When it gets to 50 cents, I'm buying another 1,000. So by the time it gets to 50 cents, I already have 4,000 with the 60-cent average. About $2,400. Just in case when it does that massive last bottom, because it's going to go real quick from 65 to that. You know, it's going to have to reverse down again to the next bottom part and the last bottom part, which would lead to the, you know, the inversion. And you know how they rebound. So if they do shut the systems down on that rebound point, which is, it would happen from that, after it gets below about 60 cents, in my opinion, and then it gets closer to 50, then it'll drop, it'll tank. So you have orders coming in at 50 and 40. But I believe once it makes that swing around 38, There is a chance, because it started at 15 cents, there is a chance it could go even down to 28 cents, wherever they decide to bottom it out to get the most, because remember, they're going to get the most possible people out after suckering the most possible people in. That's why I think this run up to 130 right now is almost guaranteed, based on my charting and what I'm seeing. And now we got a huge inverted pattern right here that's going to end up with, it's going to trick everybody, and this will be the start of a shoulder right here, an elbow. That's all this is. That's going to end up being like an elbow, and you're going to see it. It's going to be like when you're leaning on the ground. Tricked with an inversion that's going to end up bouncing up, because that's a huge inversion. So the bigger the inversion, the higher the jump, right? The greater the head and shoulders, the greater the fall. The greater the inverted head and shoulders, the greater the rise when the pattern starts. Well, I have a feeling it's going to do one of these, and then just, you know, we're going to come right back down and go where we're going to go. I'm not saying it's going to happen in that exact trend, but we had to be patient overnight. I got you in at 111 for a reason, so you could ride this little up and down. Sure, you're up to 116, but the reason I got you in at 111 was so you wouldn't have to buy in at 116. And yeah, sure, it's at 108, but would you rather be in at 116, or would you rather be sitting in the middle at 111 where you're at safe ground, where you're only about 2 cents down right now? That's my point. You can never be at the bottom because you don't know how far down it's going to swing. But I told you, I came back on and sent a comment in there and said, hey, be careful because there's a potential it can go down to 106. Go look at the comment from the video I posted yesterday when it is relatable to this. So again, guys, we're watching a much bigger pattern. I'll update you later. And if this plays out the way that I'm trying to do it, we're going to get everything we've ever wanted for $5,000 or less, hopefully. Because in that scenario, I'm going to get my 3,000, you know, because, you know, for me, I start at 5,000 XRP again, but I've got other plans too, because it's a 3-step plan. So I get my 5,000 XRP, my 10,000 Digibyte, because it's cheaper, and then no less than 3,000 XLM, and then we go from there. Once I get all 3 of them to my spot in my account again, then I start building up. 75% of it goes to XRP. You know, 15% goes to XLM. No, not 75%. I'm sorry. Sorry, guys. I that's what I was doing before. But if I already have the 5,000 and all these, then I would do, you know, 50% XRP. No. I wouldn't do that. The truth is I wouldn't do that. I would do 60% XRP, 30% XLM, 10% Digibyte. Because even for the 10%, I'm getting way more Digibyte at the low bottom prices. So it makes sense. The higher one I'm putting more into. The middle one I'm putting less into. So, and it's a 3-step plan. So just follow my channel, guys. And we're going to get in at such good prices. We're not even going to buy them at the bottom, but we're going to meet the bottom. So how much like I told you when it goes to $1, this is my opposite end strategy when it goes down. I don't like to buy it up and down, up and down. So when it's on the way up, yeah, I told you guys, I don't buy over $1. I wasn't buying. You heard my video clip. It's important. That's why I shared it. So now on the way down, I don't buy over $1 either. And because of where the inversion took place in this fake up, I don't buy over 90 cents. So anything under 90 cents is fair game now. You can start buying anytime under 90 cents, and we average down until we meet at the bottom. So our price is going to be high by about 20 to 35%, up to 40% if we're lucky. We meet at the bottom 25% at a time, and then once we get to our allotted goal, then we start adding funds as needed, or as we have them, to strengthen all 3 positions. So you stick with me, guys, and we're going to make a lot of money. So if you want to donate, I'm doing a lot of fucking work. I'm very tired. As you know, I've been doing a lot of work for you guys. Links into the description. That's all I'm going to say. Had a few donations today. Nothing big, nothing small, but enough to where I'm like, at least you guys are thinking about me. So again, guys, if you want to show your appreciation, that's one way to do it. Another way to do it is simply subscribe to the channel or like the motherfucking video. That's the easiest and most simple thing you can do. So stay blessed.